This Airsoft GI-TV episode is brought to you in part by G&G Armament, Echo One USA, and TSD Airsoft.
What's up, GI-TV? My name's Tim. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new ICS MX5 Pro. It's a brand new AEG from ICS. It's kind of like their old MK5s, but they've done quite a few improvements to make it more reliable and to make it perform better. ICS really changed up the airsoft market back in the day because they provided one of the first full metal reliable airsoft guns that you could buy. And the MX5 is kind of like that, but a little better. Now at this point in the review, you're probably wondering, where is this fantastic gun? I'd like to see it. Well, it's right here in front of me, out of frame, but I don't want to show you because it's kind of like a beautiful girl with messed up teeth. Like 95% of this gun is excellent, but where did they get this handguard? What was ICS thinking? I can't believe they threw this thing on here. Whatever, we're not going to focus on that. We're going to take a look at the good, because this is kind of like a girl with a great personality. So what's inside that counts, right? I'll show you what I mean. Let's take a look here at the fire selector, which coincidentally is on the outside of the gun. As you can see, we have 3 fire modes and a safety. Full auto, 3-round burst, semi, and safe. That noise you heard is the anti-reverse latch being pushed down. It's kind of a feature that they have modified from their M4s. You know how you push forward assist on the M4, it releases the anti-reverse latch. Semi does that for you all the time. So you'll be shooting on 3-round burst, and then you're done shooting, bam, releases the spring tension automatically. That is a pretty cool feature. Other than that, the rest of this gun, minus the handguard, is just like all the other ICS MK5s. Steel upper receiver, polymer lower receiver, retractable stock with 3 positions, adjustable rear sight, 4 different lighting apertures. The front part of the gun up here, in front of the cocking tube, is removable, so you can insert an ICS aiming laser, sold separately of course. Functioning charging handle, so you can access the hop up. And of course, ICS high capacity magazines. Cool thing about this though is that ICS give you 2 high capacity magazines. One here and one here. And they also give you a bottle of 0.20 gram BBs with this nifty little feeding bottle, so it makes loading the mags a lot easier. Now, let's go meet the personality. To do that, all we have to do is pop the rear pin, pull the stock off, and shazam! Take a look at this. Split version 2 gearbox, similar to the one they have in their M4. I don't believe they are interchangeable. The cool thing about this gearbox, though, is that the switch assembly for the trigger has actually been traded for an electronic sending unit. That's how ICS controls the 3-round burst on this gun. Prior to this gun's existence, the only really reliable 3-round burst you could get was in a Sistema PTW. Yes, Marui did come out with a mechanical 3-round burst, but it wasn't nearly as reliable and it wasn't nearly as accurate. The cool thing about this sending unit is because it's electronic, so you can tune it to the different types of batteries you have. So if you have a 9.6 or an 11.1 live poly, you can tune it to be exact, okay? You only have to tune it for one shot, the 3-round burst. After that, the full auto is pretty self-explanatory, and if your 3-round burst is tuned properly, the semi-auto will work as well. The cool thing about the split gearbox, as you already know from the M4, is that you can change out the FPS relatively easily as long as you have another built gearbox. So let's put this gun back together and we'll bust out our chrono and we'll see how hard it shoots. What's up, GI-TV? This is just a quick reminder to always have fun when you're playing airsoft, but be safe, use common sense, and always follow the law. Don't take your airsoft guns out in public, especially not to school. You don't want to be the one that gets airsoft banned for everybody now, do you? Now, since this is kind of a unique gun in the way that it's built and it's brand new, we're going to do more than just chronograph it. Now keep in mind, this is a 7.4 volt lithium polymer battery and it's nowhere near fully charged, so it'll probably sound and fire a lot faster when the battery's fully charged, and it'll definitely fire a lot faster with an 11.1 line poly or a 9.6 battery. as you can see, oh, just ran out of BBs. It's an electronically controlled 3-round burst. So even if I don't pull the trigger down all the way, it's still going to complete the 3-round cycle. Alright, so it looks like this gun shoots anywhere between 350 and 370 FPS, which is good. That's right where we want it. Now, unfortunately, I can't tell you how much this gun's going to cost. A market price has not been set yet. But when it is, you'll find out on Airsoft GI for sure. Fortunately, I can tell you that there will be more than this model MX5 Pro available, so you can elect to get one that looks like a traditional MK5 if you so choose. Now, when you get this gun, and I imagine that some of you will because this 3-round burst feature is pretty nifty, you need to understand that the gun has to be tuned for your battery type. When we first got it here, we thought this thing was doo-doo until we found out that we had to tune it for the battery. I have a 7.2 volt light poly in here. If I throw an 11-1, this gun's going to sound terrible, and it's going to shoot not 3 rounds, it'll probably shoot more like 4 or 5 rounds. The tuning is all done right here in front of the trigger. There's a small hole that you take a flathead screwdriver, and you can elect, or you can choose how much power is sent to the motor, and that's how the gun knows the 3-round burst to shoot 3 rounds. Okay, it doesn't have an optical sensor like the PTW, and it's not a mechanical 3-round like the Tokyo Marui. Keep your eyes out for the new ICS MX5 Pros as they become available in the near future. I'm Tim from Airsoft GI, and I'll see you later.
Airsoft GI TV is brought to you in part by Sistema, Mad Bull Airsoft, and JBU Airsoft.
The gun is like a hot chick with bad teeth. The back end looks perfectly fine. The front end is fucked up.
A chick with bad teeth.
I have $7.